Do not touch your phone. Right after today's tech update, we're diving into a must-hear call from my weekend Kim Komando show that you can get as a podcast. It's called Kim Komando Today. I've warned many times about AI's outright theft of copyrighted material to build ChatGPT and the others. To teach any AI, it must ingest huge amounts of data produced by real people. Now, the music industry sees this as outright theft, and the lawsuits have finally begun. I'm Kim Komando for NetSuite. Attention business owners, get a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program at netsuite.com/Kim. Suno and Udio are competing AI services that make basic tunes, arrangements, lyrics, and vocal harmonies all at the click of a button. But who did it steal from to learn how to do this? Music giants Universal, Sony Warner, and the Recording Industry Association of America say they know. It was Drake's hit, BBL Drizzy. Other top artists were ripped off too. The New York Times says that ChatGPT used its style to learn how to write and gather news. And like Drake, it wasn't compensated either. So far, AI has been the biggest intellectual property theft in history. Get tech smart with my free newsletter at getkim.com. Yes, another brilliant call from my weekend show. You're going to love it. Here it is. John in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hey there, John.
Hello, Kim. Thanks for taking my call.
Anytime. What's going on?
Well, it used to be you get a lot of emails, and I've learned how to control those, but I'm getting more and more text messages, political mostly. Today I got one from an insurance company that wanted me to get a flu shot, and I chose no, and then they wanted to know why, and then I told them, and then they wanted to say thanks. Is there something out there other than texting stop on each one to just control how many I'm going to get or which ones?
So you mean that do not call registry from the government is not working for you? Oh my gosh. I know. It doesn't work for anybody. Okay. All the spam and the text that still comes through. And in case any of our listeners are saying like, what was that? Is that you can just go over to donotcall.gov and put your phone number on the list, but it's not going to stop anything. They can still get through. What kind of phone do you have?
An iPhone.
So on your iPhone, under settings and messages, is you can go, right now there's message filtering, and you can enable filter unknown senders. And then that's going to go into a special folder under your text messages. Now, if you're on Team Android, just for all of our listeners, it varies by make and model, but typically it's going to be in the message app settings. Now, if that does not work for you, John, inside the whole filter unknown senders, is that there are certainly third-party apps that you can get from your cell phone provider. Take a look at that, because all of them are now providing free apps that will limit the spam text from getting through, as well as the spam phone calls. And then you can also take a look at some third-party programs like Truecaller or RoboKiller, I think is another one. Another one's called Hiya. We have a lot of information about this over on the website. Now, one of the things that you can do is when you start getting all these spam text messages, and keep in mind, if it's political, there's some fine lines there that let the politicians get through. Isn't that a coinky-dinky? But anyway, you can report your spam text to your carrier by forwarding the message to spam, which is 7726 on your phone. So if you get a spam text message, you want to report it to your carrier, just go ahead and forward that. Again, that number is 7726, which spells out spam. If you need more information about these third-party programs, as well as any type of apps that your particular carrier may have, just head over to the website, komando.com, and search for, say, killing spam text or spam text messages, and I'm sure a tip or two is going to pop right up for you, free for the taking. And John, thank you for your call. Hey, thanks for lending me your ears. Now, if you have a question just itching for an answer, super easy. Just swing by komando.com and click where it says Email Kim. I promise, I read each and every note you send. And don't miss out on text top stories. Subscribe to my free daily newsletter over at getkim.com.